Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Andrea Griffin Rogers, here with another spiritual wellness check-in. And today's message, God told me to say, be real first. Right, who he talking to? God talking to you. Be real first. What does that mean, Andrea? That means we live in a society and a generation where everybody wants you to be real, be authentic, but nobody wants to do it. We live in an airbrushed, filtered, microwave society where you are preaching to people, and I'm not talking about just people in the church, I'm talking about across the globe. You are speaking to people to say, oh, be real, be genuine, be authentic, be 100% you. Do you, boo. But many people aren't that way. As I continue on this ministry journey, I'm encountering different people from all walks of life, and I am finding the same sentiments resonate everywhere. Everybody wants you to be real until it's time to be real with themselves. Excuse me. When it comes to being real, you find what, the real version you want to show. But what's the real heart posture look like? What really goes through your mind? Most people are not trying to do that. Wait a minute now, you done got too real. Back on up, Andrea. I can't tell you the skeletons in my closet. I can't tell you what I'm really going through. I'm so sick and tired, and this is for sidebar for church folk. I'm so tired of hearing that you too blessed to be stressed, how you are blessed and highly favored, and all these things. While there's nothing wrong with those church colloquialisms, and some are biblically based, there's nothing wrong with it if that's how you really feel. But about 9.9 out of 10, I'm encountering people who say it but don't really feel it, who speak it but aren't really living it. So you're quick to say how you are so blessed to be stressed, and then let me pull that thread of your life that's hanging out. I'm like, oh, wait, you got a piece of thread right there. You know how you have a piece of thread in your shirt or something? Like, oh, you got a piece of thread. Let me get that for you. And then it just comes rambling apart. And you like, well, wait, I thought it was just a little teeny thing, but wait a minute. Why? Because you're not being real with you. You're hiding behind a mask, and I'm not even talking about a COVID mask. I'm talking about you're hiding behind a mask of who you filtered yourself to be and emulate in culture and society and the community around you, even in your church, on your job, even sometimes in your family, that you aren't even being authentic with yourself. Be real with you first. How do you expect to heal from anything if you aren't honest about it? How do you expect to forgive someone if you won't even acknowledge that there needs to be forgiveness? How do you expect to overcome challenges and boundaries and roadblocks and chains and bondage if you won't even address the mess? How, Sway, how? So many times we want to be real, or we want people or command people to be real, but you weren't being real with you first. How's your heart today? How is that little girl or boy inside of you? See, the reason why I always say the little girl or boy inside of you, even though I'm talking to adults most times, is because there's a person inside of you that you have neglected since you were a child. Since you were a child and got hurt at some stage of development, you shut down that person. So your inner child is gone. You don't know how to be happy. You don't know how to be joyful. You don't know how to have fun. You don't know how to be lighthearted anymore. Everything is just so serious. Why so tense? Why so serious? like Heath Ledger said on Batman as the Joker. Why are you so serious? There's something inside of your heart that you have not healed from. You are unwilling to address. And so what happens? You want people to be real with you, but you won't be real with them. The people that I encounter that are drawn to this ministry, I understand that they're either at a broken place of their life or they're on a breakthrough place of their life. But those that are broken want to be healed. They want to be whole. They want to get out that grief. They want to get out that depression. They want to overcome the challenges and the boundaries that are blocking them from freedom. But most don't even know where to start. That's why I'm here, first of all, to tell you how to start. You got to start by being real with yourself. Before you can even address anybody else, before you can even actually get to a counselor, you have to be willing to look in the mirror by yourself to say, Sally Mae, John Doe, I have a problem. I am not healed. This issue is bothering me. I am hurting about this problem. I am angry all the time. I feel bitterness in my heart. I'm depressed. I have suicidal thoughts. I don't want to be married anymore. I'm unhappy. I'm sick in my body. I'm tired of life. I hate my friends. Whatever your thing is, like I can keep going on and on about, as I guess, what your thing may be. Whatever it is, start being real with yourself first. Because you know what's going to happen? Once you start being real with yourself, you unlock something in you that says, I'm ready to move forward to healing. I'm ready to move forward to at least start doing the work. You got to start somewhere. You don't look at the mountain top and say, okay, I'm going to get there like that. No, you have to make a plan on how to climb from the valley to the mountaintop, from the ground to the mountaintop. Same thing goes with your healing. Make a plan. Be intentional about it. Discipline yourself every day to go after your healing. Number one, address it. Be real with yourself. Number two, once you're willing to address it, start writing it down. That may help some of you. Write down the areas of your life, the areas of your heart that you have kept locked away for so long because it was too painful to address it. Write it down. Make it plain. Pray to God about it. Ask God to help you overcome these areas of your life. And then ask Him where to start. Because some of you, your list may be long. So ask Him where to start. You don't want to start tackling everything. It's like any project. It's like if you own a home, or even if you're in an apartment and you have to clean, let's just say everybody has a room. You got to clean your room. You don't start by immediately tackling the entire room. You start by one section at a time. And then when you finish that section, then you move on to some other section and onward and onward until you finish cleaning the entire room. Same thing goes with cleaning your heart. Be real with yourself enough to say, I can't do this all in one day because Rome was not built in a day and this pain did not come in one day. Me suffering from this pain did not come in one day. It was a journey. So since I'm here, let me start small. Let me start with the first thing first. That's why you write your list down, because you get it out of your head and out of your heart and onto paper to really see what has been keeping you hostage, what has been keeping you back, what has been holding you in bondage to a former version of yourself that God no longer wants you to live in. Hello, somebody. God wants better for you. He wants to see you do exceedingly abundantly well. He wants you to have joy and not sorrow. But as long as you keep this barrier around your heart, God can't get no blessings to you. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're not. You've built up fences of offenses, and nobody can get through. Be real with you first. Stop commanding it from everybody else. Stop demanding it from everyone else that you encounter, and start being intentional and accountable of it for yourself. To say, you know what? I'm ready to be healed. I am ready to let go of shame. I'm ready to let go of guilt. I'm ready to let go of condemnation. I'm ready to let go of suicidal thoughts. I'm ready to let go of depression. I'm ready to let go of bitterness. I'm ready to let go of frustration. I'm ready to let go of that person that hurt me in the past. I'm ready to let go of that mama or daddy that dropped the ball in raising me. I'm ready to let it go. And then when you do that, Like I said, you're one step closer to your healing. It's a journey. You don't get there overnight. I didn't get here overnight. I'm here today with a message of encouragement because God did the work in me first. And then from him doing the work in me and me doing the work and being intentional every day, being accountable not only to myself but to my Father to say, I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to feel better. Cool. Come on, how many of y'all just want to feel better? Aren't you tired of feeling the way you've been feeling? Aren't you tired of living a beneath low level life? Aren't you tired of seeing everybody else attain and achieve their best selves and you're wondering and figuring out when you're going to become that person? Aren't you tired of being on the bench of your life? I know I was. I could be honest. I got tired of being on the bench of my own life. I got tired of seeing everybody else win. And even the people who hurt me win. And I'm the one internally hurting and miserable and suffering. I got tired of carrying the baggage. No more. I was not going to carry it anymore. I was going to get on the court and start playing the game. And I don't mean playing the game in the way culture says play the game, in terms of dog eat dog, you do me wrong, I'm going to do you wrong. No, that's not the way God's game works. God's game works in forgiveness. God's game works in accountability. God's game works in intentionality. God's game works in the fruits of the Spirit: love, patience, kindness, long-suffering or perseverance, discipline, self-control, gentleness. This is where humility, this is where the game is. I got tired of being on the sideline and said, I'm going to get in the game. I'm going to be intentional about my own healing. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to that place because I'm tired of being stuck in bondage. I'm tired of seeing everybody else get the championship ring, everybody else get the most valuable player award, and it's not coming to me. It's up to you to be accountable for your life, your healing, your wellness, your well-being. You want to become the best version of yourself? Start somewhere. Start inward. Start at your heart. Becoming the best version of yourself is not the tangible things that are external. It's a heart posture thing. Because once you transform that, your mind changes, and then everything else around you changes. Even if right now you're in a dark place, I've been there. I've been there. Suicidal thoughts, I've been there. I don't know why I can't let that go, but there's somebody's going to come across this message that you were contemplating suicide. I've been there. Don't give up. And you may say, well, that's easier said than done, Andrea. No, it's not. It's easier to give up. It's harder to stay in the game, to choose to see what is on the other side of this pain. See, from my pain and my misery birthed this ministry, Agents of Revival. Had I not went through that season of suffering, had I not went through that season of hardship, had I not went through even the confusing moments where I didn't understand, God, what are you doing? Are you working? Because I don't even see you working, God. I had to trust that there had to be something on the other side of this. I got desperate for it, honestly. I got desperate for it. I got real with myself enough to say, I am desperate to see what is on the other side of this tunnel of transformation. So I am willing to go through it. I am willing to persevere. I am willing to continue pumping the gas and not the brakes, because I've got to see what is on the other side of this pain. God, there has got to be something else besides pain. And you know what? I found it. There is something on the other side of pain. God gives you beauty for ashes. Right now, your life may be in ashes. It may be in shambles. But you got to be real with yourself first. So many people aren't willing to be real. You say you want it, but you don't want to be real. And so even when you go around people that can help you, you put up a mask and say, I'm fine. I'm good. Everything's okay. I'm cool. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to push through. And God is saying, how much longer will you try that? It's not working. I'm here to tell you it's not working. And you know it's not working because you've seen it's not working. I've been there. I've experienced it time and time again, trying to do things my own strength, trying to push through, trying to just say, well, I'm cool, I'm good, and faking the funk, fake it till you make it, as society says. Baby, it didn't do nothing for me. I had to get to the point where I was at the end of me and willing to start at the beginning of God. God, what are you doing in my life? God, what am I meant to learn at this level? God, show me the way. Teach me your word. Teach me how to be more like Jesus each and every day. Help me understand this Bible that I'm trying to read, because I'm reading it and it just seems like ancient stories that has no meaning for me today. I don't have that thought now because I did the work. But some of you, if you're just now opening the Bible, you may feel like this is boring because you don't know how to read it. Honestly, there's a key in the way you read the Bible. And just really quickly, one of those keys is you don't go to the Bible and start it at the beginning like you do any other book. You go to the Bible, and this is best with a Bible app, and search out the word that you need in that moment. What is the food, the nutrient that you need in that moment? What am I saying? I'm saying, do you need love right now? Are you feeling unloved? Then you will go into the Bible app and you type in love. If you're feeling stressed out, then you type in stress and see what God has to say about that. If you're feeling tired or depressed, you type those words in and see what the Bible has to say about that. If you're feeling anxious, type in those words. See what the Bible has to say about it. You need healing, type it in. See what Jesus has to say about it. Every feeling that you're feeling, there's a word in the Bible for you. You just got to go do the work. Be intentional about it. Be real with yourself. Write it down. Make a plan. Start doing the work. Ultimately, you will get to breakthrough. You will get to freedom. I promise you. I know I was there. I was at the lowest point of my life. Even tried to end my life. I'm only here today, not because I didn't continue with the suicide attempt, but because God said there's purpose in your suffering. So I'm not going to allow death to take you just yet. You will live and not die. And that's why I'm so passionate about you getting healed, you getting free, because nobody should be in that dark place. And you definitely should not be in that dark place alone. God made us for community. I am here. I am your community. If you feel like you don't have anybody else, baby, then you got Andrea from Rogers on your side. I am here to be part of your community that is cheering and rooting you on. Hip, hip, hooray. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, I might not be the best cheerleader on this sideline right now, but these messages are cheering you on. So keep going. Don't give up. Don't give in. God has something in store for you. You may not know it right now. You may not can see it. You may not understand what's the plan. But if you just go, start somewhere, do the work, be real with yourself of where you are. And let me tell you real quick, be patient. Be patient. That's what long suffering means. Being patient and persevering through the storm. Giving yourself grace. Don't force yourself to heal. Give yourself grace that says, you know what? I've tried it. It may not have worked today, but I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. Tomorrow is a new day. Every day, God gives us new grace and mercies. So if you tried today and you just weren't feeling it, it just didn't work, it just wasn't cutting it, then you try again tomorrow. If you keep knocking on the door, eventually God will answer. That's why he says, keep knocking, keep asking, and the Lord will give you what you ask for. But so many times people ask, knock, ask, knock, ask, knock, ask, knock, ask, knock, ask, not. Okay, I asked 10 times. I'm done. How bad do you want it? Because if it's that brand new iPhone that's coming out, you going to wait in them lines. You going to come with the money to pay $1,000 for that new phone. If it's that new Yeezy, that new Beyonce, you going to do whatever it takes to make sure that you are one of the ones to get it. Why? Because you prioritize that. You wanted that bad enough. Why don't you want your healing bad enough? Why aren't you willing to do the work that it takes to get to the place of wholeness? God has it for all of us. You just have to be willing to do the work. Be real with yourself of where you are now and be real with where you want to be. And then fill in the gaps needed to get to that place. Not about tangible things that's external. It's about the internal works. So don't write on your list, I need more money. I need this, I need that. It's an internal thing. Being reflective, self-reflective to see where's your heart at right now. How's your heart feeling? What thoughts are coming through your mind even as you watch this video? And then write those down. Pray about them and then start doing the work. Not only studying God's word, or reading God's word rather, before you even get to studying. Reading his word to see what it has to say about those thoughts, about those feelings. But then praying about it and then doing the work necessary to overcome it. Some of you may need to get into counseling. Find you a good Christian counselor that will help marry your faith and walk you through the process. Some of you may need to get in some small groups. Some people that's going to pray for you. Find some prayer warriors that will help pray you through. Because it says in Galatians 3, we are to share in each other's burdens. While I may be here being part of your team, encouraging you and strengthening you through this video, I don't know you personally to be on the phone with you, to constantly hang out with you. But there's somebody in your life, even if you feel like you don't have it right now, then ask God to show you the remnant. Ask God to show you what's left. Who's left in your life that you can turn to. Don't dump all your problems on them. They're not going to be able to take all of it. But they can help you with some. But then you can go to a counselor where you can dump your problems. You can find a pastoral counselor as well that you can dump your problems on, and they'll be willing to help you. They'll be willing to give you the coping mechanisms and steps you need to take in order to overcome. You don't have to do this life alone. Be real with yourself enough to know that you need help. Get the help you need. Get the support you need. Get the encouragement that you need. And if the circles that you're running in are not giving you that love, that care, that gentleness, that kindness, that support, that long suffering that you need, that iron that sharpens iron, as a friend sharpens a friend, if they're not giving you that, ashes to ashes and dust to dust, baby. What does that mean? That means say goodbye to that friendship, because it's no longer serving purpose for where God is trying to take you. Pray for them. Don't, be bitter. Don't, curse them. Pray for them, but cut the cord, cut the ties, and let them know I'm going a different direction. And I'm prioritizing my healing. I'm being real enough with myself to know that this is not working anymore. And so while I wish you the best, I have to go this way. Do it amicably. And so I pray this message stirs your faith, that it gave you some things to think about, that it encouraged somebody out there to keep holding on. God's not through with you yet. So Lord bless you and keep you. Cause his face to shine upon you. May Lord God be gracious to you. Show you his favor and give you shalom. Give you his peace. Take care. Bye now. And remember, be real with yourself first.